Hello guys, welcome again to another episode of Bedtime Stories. This is yours truly, Juan Paulo Pineda. You know what guys, I'm really glad that you are here again listening to my podcast. And as you know, we made it to the first episode of the podcast that we recently recorded. And I want you to know that this podcast of mine, this Bedtime Stories podcast, is a safe place. A place to slow down, breathe, and just be. So I want you to know also that in this episode right now, we will talk about friendship. This is the kind of friendship that feels like home, that kind that teaches us, and even that kind that quietly fades. So, kung nasan man kayo right now or wherever you are right now, I hope this conversation brings you comfort and reminds you that you are not alone. Yes, kaibigan, hindi ka nag-iisa. So, let's talk about friendship. So, what true friendship really means to you? So, ano ba yung tunay na pagkakaibigan para sa'yo? Well, on my point of view, we are different in meaning or definition natin ng true friendship. But our commonality is we want a friend that will be always there for us no matter what. Through our ups and downs, nandun yung kaibigan natin. I remember I have a friend na unang kakilala pa lang namin, nagkapalagayan na kami ng loob. So meron tayong mga ganong minsan na nakakasalamuha in our everyday life na kapag na-meet natin yung isang tao, parang wow, nagja-jive kami ng vibe. I mean, nagja-jive kami ng wavelength namin. So, kung ako makulit din tong taong to. Then, it gets along the way na very comfortable na kayo sa isa't isa na mag-usap, na magkulitan, and so on like that. So, that the kind of friendship starts there na nakapagpalagayan kayo ng loob sa isa't isa. Merong dumadating sa buhay natin or sa time natin na kapag may na-meet tayong tao, parang feeling natin, ay, parang mag-aaway kami nito in the future. Di ba meron tayong ganong vibe minsan na parang, nape-predict ko parang hindi kami okay nito, hindi kami okay ng vibe na ito. But I will be friends, pero i-observe ko muna yung kanyang attitude or personality. So, at the end of the day, we only want a good friend. A good friend that will love us truly as well. Yung susuportahan tayo along the way, who will agree with us sometimes, and who will disagree with us sometimes, na meron din tayong matutunan sa kanya along our journey with this kind of friendship. And yung malakas din yung tama, at the same time, yung malakas din yung trip na for example, kaya mo siyang i-invite anytime to a coffee shop or dine sa restaurant. So, mag-uusap lang kayo doon the whole day or half day. Then after that, you will go home. Then after going home, magchat-chat pa rin kayo isa't isa. Then, kamustahan. Then, pinag-uusapan niyo yung mga bagay-bagay na nagja-jive kayo sa isa't isa. So that kind of friendship really is, very fulfilling, napakasaya, or napakasarap sa pakiramdam na meron kang kaibigang ganon. Yung kaibigan na sometimes paprangkahin ka na, pangit yung suot mo, hindi bagay sa'yo yung makeup mo, hindi bagay sa'yo yung suot mo, hindi bagay sa'yo yung bag mo, hindi kayo bagay ng boyfriend mo or what. So, yung mga ganong bagay na sometimes disagreement na kumukontra siya sa'yo kasi kaibigan mo siya. You know what? Mas gusto ko ng mga kaibigan na prangka, totoo, nasasabihin sa akin straight to my face na hindi ko nagustuhan yung ginawa mo, hindi ko nagustuhan yung naging action mo towards sa ganito. Yung ganong pagkakaibigan is really concerned sa iyo. Yun ang totoong kaibigan para sa akin. telling my mistakes, telling the truth about me, telling right into my face is really a true friend for me. Ang hirap kasi pag ang kaibigan mo, okay, kinaibigan mo siya, you tell a lot of the stories, tapos later on, nagkaroon siya ng kaibigan sa iba, then lahat pala ng kinukwento mo, kinukwento niya rin sa iba. So parang lumalabas, ikaw yung nasisira. Ikaw yung nagiging masama, of course. That kind of person is not your friend actually. Kasi when we enter into a friendship, parang we are dealing with trust also. Parang relationship lang yan eh. Okay, nag-commit ka, parang mag-boyfriend at girlfriend, nag-commit ka sa akin. So we have this kind of commitment, we have this kind of giving assurance and respect to each other. Same din sa pagkakaibigan. You are giving trust, you are giving respect as well. And of course, you're giving commitment to that person. Kung hindi mo naman feel na maging kaibigan yung isang tao, then be frank. I mean, wag mo na lang siyang siraan. Just leave or iwanan mo na lang siya as is. But you have to tell him or her honestly na, sorry, I cannot offer a friendship for you because I saw this, I saw that. I hope you understand. Well, that happens to me kasi during my teenager years, merong gustong makipagkaibigan sa akin, pero hindi ko nagugustuhan yung kanyang attitude or vibe. So, at some point, diniscuss ko sa kanya. Kinausap ko siya ng message na, gusto kitang maging kaibigan pero ganito ka eh. I want a friendship that I will learn a lot from you. That will not be a bad influence for me. It is our responsibility to choose choose wisely our circle of friends. Kung yung circle of friends mo is napaka-negative, napaka-toxic, then those are not so good circle. Kumbaga, lalo kang madidrain. So you choose a circle of friends na will uplift you, will encourage you, being positive, teaching you a lot of lessons in life and helping you in life. Those are the kinds of friendship na dapat mong i-meet or sana makasama mo. So, we have the so-called friends, acquaintances, and soul friends. So, ano ba yung pinagkaiba nila? So, for me, acquaintances are just like, okay, we have connection, but we are not friends. For example, in a workplace, okay, we work professionally, we are acquaintance. So, may certain level lang of connectivity, but you are not giving it all, no? For friends, that is the kind of friendship na pinag-uusapan nyo na yung mga kakulitan, mga travels ninyo, some of the personal, no, sa buhay ninyo. And for me, soul friends, ito yung mga best friends ninyo na tipong alam na alam yung ugali ninyo, how you react, about your personal life, about your family background. So, these are your kind of friends na talagang gusto mo laging kasama din, na kapag may problema ka, you have a shoulder to cry on. Well, of course, quality matters more than quantity in friendship, no? Oo nga, marami kang kaibigan, pero lahat naman sila plastic sa'yo or lahat naman ayaw sa'yo. So, baliwala rin. I remember during the around 2000s or 2005, inauso na yung Facebook or Friendster. Paramihan tayo ng friends na i-add sa social media na yon, no? Basta hindi natin kilala, we will just add. But as the time goes by, no, for the past years, natutunan din natin to limit the friends that we will add or invite to our social media. Because natutunan din natin along the way that the quality of friendship really matters than the quantity. When I was a teenager, gusto ko ng mga maraming kaibigan kasi lahat Nilulook up ako, mga ganong feeling ba? Parang gustong-gusto mo ng mga kaibigan. Pero kapag tumatanda ka na talaga, ma-realize mo na, okay rin pala pag kaunting mga kaibigan lang yung kakilala mo. Kakaunti sila, pero totoo sila sa'yo. Pero mahal na mahal ka nila at sinusuportahan ka nila. So, yun na yung friendship na hinahanap natin. Hindi rin naman maiwasan sa friendship natin na magkakaroon ng misunderstanding. And that's normal. Kasi kapag meron tayong misunderstanding or pag-aaway sa ating mga kaibigan, ibig sabihin, nag-grow yung friendship, mas lalo nating nakikilala yung isa't isa, mas lalong natetest yung personality ng isa't isa. Kapag ang kaibigan mo ay bigla na lang tumahimik sa'yo na walang dahilan, syempre, huwag ka munang umiwas, huwag mo na siyang iwasan. Kumbaga, hindi ka na pinapansin, hindi mo na rin siya papansinin. So, mas lalong magkakaroon ng gap. So, you try your best to reach out for your friend. Friend, may problem ba tayo? Do you have a problem with me? Pwede nating pag-usapan para ma-clear yung air of misunderstanding, para maayos natin to. Kasi gustong-gusto kitang maging kaibigan, sayang naman yung friendship na ito. So, pwede nyo rin sabihin like this, friend, ano ba yung mali ko sa'yo? Ano ba yung nagawa kong mali? If there is, let me know para alam ko, para mai-correct ko, maitama ko sa sarili ko, para mas grow tong friendship natin. That kind of statements, I remember my late best friend, si Chris. Lagi niya sinasabi sa akin na, let me know, baka may mali ako or may mali akong nagawa. Tama ba to? Ikaw lang makapagsabi niyan. So, ganun, sinasabi niya sa akin yon lagi. And I was so blessed to have a friend like him. Grabe ang naging support niya sa akin. So, pagka may problem ako, he will be always there to listen. Kahit we will just go to 7-Eleven, buy some snacks, then sit doon sa loob ng 7-Eleven, then talk all day about our problems. And that's fulfilling already for me. Kasi you have a best friend that will comfort you really sa mga problem mo. Kahit makinig lang, kahit wag na mag-disagree or kahit wag na mag-suggest, basta makinig lang para mailabas mo lang yung problema mo, and that's already enough. Well, that's what you call listening as an act of love in friendship. When you have this kind of friend na makikinig sa'yo all the time, yung hindi sisingit sa kwento mo na sisingit na tapos magbibida-bida about himself or herself. I don't think that's a good listener. Kasi if you are a good listener as a friend, pakinggan mo muna yung kaibigan mo, then analyze. Pag tapos na siyang magsalita, then you have to tell to your friend what is your feedback about it. Sometimes kasi may mga kinds of friendship na bigla-bigla na lang sumisingit sa conversation or sa nandun ka na yung parang emotion mo, napaka-high, napakalungkot mo or galit na galit ka, tapos bigla siyang sisingit, parang nawawala yung momentum mo sa pagsasabi ng kung ano yung nasa sa loobin mo. Remember again that listening is an act of love in friendship. If you have a friend na laging nakikinig sa mga problema mo tapos nagsasabi siya ng kanyang saloobin about what you said, well, that's kind of friendship na very rare. Huwag mo na siyang pakawalan, please. Another topic of friendship is dealing with one-sided friendship. You know, this kind of feeling na you are good friends, tapos parang yung pakiramdam mo, pakabig siya lagi or siya lang lagi yung may gusto or siya lang lagi yung parang ayaw niyang tumulong sa'yo, parang gusto niya siya lang. Pag humingi siya ng tulong sa'yo, tinutulungan mo siya. Pero pag ikaw yung humihingi ng tulong sa kanya, wala siyang maibigay na tulong. And that's kind of one-sided friendship. So, what we gonna do there is, well, we just have to discuss it with that friend na, friend, ito yung feeling ko kasi parang nagiging one-sided yung friendship mo sa akin, na parang pag ako minsan humingi ka ng tulong sa akin, I will help you. Pero kapag ako yung humingi ng tulong sa'yo, parang simple lang, hindi mo kaya siyang maibigay. So, you have to know also the reason. Baka naman may reason siya bakit hindi kanya natulungan, or in some way bakit niya ginagawa yun. So, you have to know the reasons why. So, be frank. Talk really to your friends, face to face. Nalala ko when I was in college, meron kaming barkadahan na friendship talaga kami, and after we graduate, magbarkada pa rin kami. During our barkada days, we used to have like open forum. So, nakapaligid kami, nakacircle kami sa isang kandila. Yung kandila nandun sa gitna namin. Then, we will discuss about the issues of our friendship, ano yung na-observe namin, lahat, ganun. So, may nangyaring bangayan, may nangyaring diskusyonan, but after that open forum, we are okay again, we are renewed again. Minsan, may nangyayari sa atin na friends are bigla na lang nawawala, bigla na lang, friend ko siya nung elementary. Pagdating ng high school, hindi ko na siya friend. Pagdating ng college, hindi ko na siya friend. Tapos, nung nagkatrabaho ka, nagparamdam siya uli sa'yo, naging friends kayo uli. Kumbaga parang na-stop yung flow nung friendship ninyo. But, you feel na magkaibigan pa rin naman kayo. For some reason, sometimes yung mga bata pa tayo, pag may mga kaibigan tayo nung during our elementary days, na napakabata pa natin mag-isip. So, simpleng tampuhan lang, okay, away na agad, tampo na agad. So, as we grow along in this life, no, high school natin, di ba pag high school, hindi mo talaga malilimutan yung mga kaibigan mo, what really happened there. Kasi that's the most memorable part of your life, the high school life. And pagdating ng college, parang you have circle of friends also, pero iba yung atmosphere. Pero kung i-compare mo yung mga stages na yun, mas nalala mo yung high school life mo kasi yun yung pinakamasayang life or stage ng buhay mo. So, friendships reflect who we are becoming. So, kung yung mga friends mo much older than you, tapos yung mga mindset nila is about working hard, getting the dream, getting the goal, very disciplined sila, very mature, those kinds of friendship na gugustuhin mong mag-mature na rin as early. Kumbaga parang mas marami kang natutunan sa mas matanda sa'yo at mas mature sa'yo. And that's okay. Kasi I have so many friends also right now na mas mature sa akin, mas matanda sa akin. And kapag nagkukwento sila, ang dami kong natutunan na mga kwento nila. Ganun pala yun. Okay. So marami akong realization sa kanila during our conversations or during our friendship. Remember what I said last time. Please choose the circle of friends you want to be with. So kung yung circle of friends mo and napaka-positive, very goal-oriented, ma-achieve mo yung mga gusto mo sa buhay kasi there are good influence na mga kaibigan sa'yo. As we grow older, sabi ko nga, friendships in quality or quality of friendship versus the quantity. As we grow older, paunti na ng paunti yung mga kaibigan natin and nalalaman natin kung sino yung mga totoo at hindi. Kapag may problema ka as an adult, tapos sinare mo sa mga kaibigan mo, magiging responsible na sila na tulungan ka. No? So, that is a kind of low-key friendship na tipong I'm always here for you. Chat mo lang ako. No matter what, I will support you. I will be there. Those are kinds of low-key friendship. Yung hindi masyadong publicized. Hindi niya masyadong binobroadcast sa lahat. No, kaibigan ko to. This is my friend. Pero siya yung tipong low-key lang, hindi masyadong publicized. Pero alam mo sa sarili mo or alam niyo sa isa't isa na nandun siya palagi para sa'yo to help you. Kahit hindi mo tanungin. Ito yung ugali ko pagdating naman sa social media when it comes to friendship, no? Meron akong list of friends or group of friends kilala ko naman kung sino sila. But of course, I also entertain other friends of mine to check their social media or their statuses. Like for example, may magpo-post ng note na malungkot siya or sad siya. I'd rather message that person na sasabihin ko na, oh, okay ka lang ba? If you need something or kung kailangan mo ng kausap, I'm just here to listen and give advice, no? Recently, I have this friend na nag-post siya or nag-live siya sa Facebook niya and dumadaan siya sa depression because his parents died for the past years and mag-isa lang siyang anak. So, I'm very worried. Actually, I'm very worried right now ano yung nangyayari sa kanya. But I sent him a message few days ago telling him na if you need someone to talk to, I'm always here. My line is open 24/7 if you need a person to talk to, and I will listen to your problem. Kasi I know the feeling of that my friend for having depression. Kasi dumaan din naman ako sa depression before. Sobrang hirap niyan lagpasan and hindi ka makakain, hindi ka makatulog, uncomfortable kang kumilos. So I know how it feels to be in that kind of situation. So I offered him, if you need someone to talk to, nandito lang ako. You can chat me, you can call me, even I'm in work, you can call me anytime kung may problem ka or pinagdadaan mong depression. So this will remind you to always check your friends actually. Even in social media, bakit ba kayo nakakatanggap ng feed ng friends ninyo? Hindi din minsan para magpakita sila ano yung na-achieve nila sa life, but to tell them na ito yung nangyayari sa akin ngayon. I'm very sad. I'm depressed. Kamustahin nyo sila? Makakita lang kayo ng note na sad face. Kamustahin nyo sila? Okay ka lang ba? You know, it means a lot na kapag tinanong ka ng isang tao or lalo na ng kaibigan mo na, okay ka lang ba? Kailangan ba ng tulong? Ang sarap sa pakiramdam nun kasi concern sa'yo yung kaibigan mong yun. Kumbaga, nararamdaman ka ng kaibigan mong yun na nakita niya or nararamdaman niyang may problema ako. So, nag-send siya sa akin ng message na kung kailangan ko daw ng kausap, just contact him or her or ano. So, masarap yon sa pakiramdam ng taong tutulungan mo. Yung mga kaibigan ko, may circle of friends right now, very sensitive sila. Sometimes, or in the past years, when I was having depression, I used to post quotes about sadness, about depression, about moving forward, about moving on, and madalas silang like, magme-message sa akin directly, hindi sa GC ha, minsan naya sila sa GC. So magme-message sa akin sila directly na, Pao, okay ka lang ba? Kamusta ka dyan? Yakap para sa'yo. If you need someone to talk to, let's have a coffee, kain tayo sa labas, discuss natin yan, ano yung problema mo. So really that kind of friendship, wow, I'm very lucky to today or ngayong life ko na meron akong mga kaibigan na kakamustahin ako kung ano yung pinagdadaanan ko. And I hope you do the same too with your friends. So kapag nakita nyo yung social media nila, napakalungkot nila, kamustahin nyo na agad sila. It really matters or means a lot sa kanila yon. There will come into your life also na may kaibigan ka talaga, may kaisa-isang kaibigan talaga pagtandaan nyo. Like for example, mga nasa 40 na kayo or 30s, bigla na lang nakakatok sa bahay mo. Are you free today? Tara, gala tayo. So, tapos mag-iikot-ikot lang kayo somewhere else. Hindi kayo bibili ng kahit anong gamit kasi minsan wala tayong pera, 'di ba? Wala tayong budget to buy the things that we want. Pero titingin-tingin lang kayo sa mall, ikot-ikot lang kayo, mag-uusap kayo, then tatambay lang kayo sa isang milk tea or we will having snacks lang sa food court and mag-uusap lang kayo about some stuffs. So, parang ang sarap sa pakiramdam ng ganong friendship. And that kind of friendship values the quality time with you. Kasi sometimes, yung mga kaibigan natin, they would sacrifice their personal time, their work for us to help us, 'di ba? Yung tipong magpapaalam ka sa boss mo na sorry sir, sorry ma'am, I'm on emergency leave. Pero hindi mo sasabihin na kaibigan mo yung tutulungan mo. But you will take a leave in your work just to help your friend. At kapag meron kang kaibigan na ganun, vina-value niya yung samahan ninyo, yung relationship niyo or yung friendship ninyo. So I hope you keep those kinds of friends. Be careful lang sa mga kaibigan na okay, naging magkaibigan kayo. Tutulungan mo siya. Recommend mo siya for some work. Pero later on, pag nakuha niya na yung gusto niya, sisiraan ka na sa iba, pagmumukhain kang masama. That kind of friend is not your friend actually. You should cut the ties na. No? Friendship over na yan sa akin. Kasi ang tunay na kaibigan, kahit tulungan mo, hindi ka naman dapat sinisiraan sa iba. Kasi meron siyang respeto sa iyo at paikisama. I would like to share also to you that the biggest lesson of my 2025 is to let go of friends or some of my friends, no? And this kind of decision, pinag-isipan ko siya ng matagal. Pero later on, na-realize ko, I won. I mean, hindi ako nagkaroon ng regret of doing the friendship over. Kasi when I cut ties with my friends, alam kong may valid reason ako na, this is not healthy anymore for me. This is not good for my mind, for my peace. I should let this friendship go. Yes, last year I made a decision to cut ties with some of my friends na grabe natotoxican na ako. Very negative na yung impact sa inner peace ko. So, I'd rather decide na I should let this go. This is not healthy for me. Kasi naapektuhan na yung inner peace ko. Minsan sa gabi, parang napapaisip ako ng mga negative thoughts. It's not healthy anymore for me. So, rather than saving the friendship, I'd rather save myself first. I'd rather save my inner peace first, no? So when I did the friendship over, pinag-isipan ko siyang mabuti. If I let this go, what will happen? If I keep this, what will happen? And kapag kinip ko siya, mas lalo la ako matatoxican. So, kaya I decided to let go of the friendship. Months passed, hindi ako nagsisisi kasi I know to myself that I deserve peace, that I deserve respect, that I deserve not a toxic friend, not a negative friend. I want respect, a respectful friend. And I hope you do the same too. You find friends who are very respectful to you, who are very committed to you, to help you, to be there for you, yung hindi plastic sa inyo na tipong pagkatalikod niya, iba na yung kwento sa iba. Lahat ng sikreto mo, sinasabi niya na sa ibang tao. And I hope you find that kind of very special friend. At kapag nahanap mo na yung ganong friend na yon, please don't let him or her go. I-value mo na siya, i-appreciate mo na siya, do whatever you can to retain the friendship because in this world, masarap magkaroon ng kaibigan na tumutulong sa'yo all the time. Hindi yung klase ng kaibigan na kapag na hindi na kayo nagkakamustahan tapos biglang lumitaw sa'yo, friend, kamusta? May pera ka ba dyan? Pautang. Well, hindi po yun yung ganung friendship na hinahanap din natin. Yung kaibigan ka lang kapag may kailangan sila, hindi po kaibigan po yun. So yung kaibigan mo, kahit may kailangan or walang kailangan, nandyan yan para sa'yo. And that is a true friend. So this is my last message or statement to you guys that please value those friends na alam nyong totoo, alam nyong pinagtibay kayo ng panahon kasi hanggang dulo ng buhay ninyo, nandyan yan para sa inyo. And This second episode of this podcast, I dedicate this to my late best friend and to my circle of friends na beautiful creatures ang tawag namin sa barkadahan namin. These people I considered as mga kapatid, mga kapamilya. So lahat, parang sobrang alam na nila yung personal life ko, that I tend to sacrifice my personal time also just to be with them, just to listen with them, and these kinds of friends that I will support forever. So after you listen to this podcast, scroll to your social media, check your friends, kung kamusta na sila, every day, gawin nyo. Go to your messenger, check with your friends, random friends, kung kamusta na sila, may pinagdadaanan ba sila, kamustahin nyo lang. It feels good to have a friend na kinakamusta kayo. Okay? Okay, again, thank you guys for listening to the second episode of podcast, and see you again on my next episode. Thank you.